Welcome back to the channel, Captain Chad Gabbs. This is TFE TV. Thank you for being here. If this is your first time here, welcome. Now, if this is, in fact, your first time here, don't feel obligated to subscribe. But if you're somebody watching this video right now and you come back to my page and you watch these videos and you watch them all the way through and you're getting value from them, there's a comparison that my buddy Jesse on Fire likes to make. Or he speaks about, like, you know, if you're the person that comes here and you take all the value and you don't subscribe to the channel just because you just don't want to do it, you're like the kid that walks up to, like on Halloween, you're like the kid that like walks up to the candy, right? And there's nobody there like monitoring the candy bowl. You're the kid that walks up to the candy bowl and takes all of it, right? Now, if you're like somebody that, if you're a decent person, you're probably going to walk up and you're going to take that one candy bar because that's just the right thing to do, right? So in this case, the right thing to do is subscribe to the channel if you watch multiple videos. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for anything other than taking literally half a second to click that subscribe button. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about in the last video, we spoke about prong collars, right? And one of the things that I had mentioned was that you want to teach the dog that it's the gas pedal before it's the brakes. I'm not going to get into, you know, how, when, and why, and what the prong collar is, but we are going to talk about. Well, somebody asked in the comments. They said, okay, so you spoke a little bit about, you know, turning it into a gas pedal, spinning it into a positive thing for the dog, right? Really conditioning it properly and so that the dog doesn't have a negative connotation to it. Now, I didn't really talk much about using it as the brakes. Now, this is obviously referring to, you know, when is it okay to actually start using it as a correction, like giving leash corrections. Now, let me first start by saying that I think it's super important to understand your dog's temperament, your dog's personality, and the reason why it's important to understand your dog's temperament. So a good way to gauge a dog's temperament is, in my opinion, how well they can take. I don't want to use that word because it sounds bad, but I guess I will in this case. Aversive. How well they can take an aversive, how well they can take a correction, right? And typically, you know, you find out pretty quick once you put that prong collar on. Now, if a dog has a hard temperament, it's likely the pressure isn't going to affect them as much as a dog who has a soft temperament. A soft temperamented dog, it just doesn't take very much at all to get sort of like a response from the animal, right? So that part's important. You got to understand your dog well enough to know like how heavy or how soft you're going to go. And I think, you know, it's a good time to throw in, the dog dictates what's too heavy and what isn't. I've had so many different personalities, so many different temperaments, so many different breeds. And what I've come to learn is train the dog in front of you, right? So what's good for one dog may not be good for the next. So the dog dictates so much of, you know, how heavy or how light we're going to go. But when exactly do we start utilizing it as the brakes? This is after the conditioning process. This is after you've spun it into a positive. The dog has had it on for a while. And that's why I say don't just go straight into utilizing it as a correction device, because they just need to get used to this. They need to learn what the pressure means. They need to learn to follow the prong collar pressure. I thought this was a great question. So that leads me to say, if there's something in these videos that, you know, isn't very clear to you, or if there's a specific topic you'd like to hear about, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and hell, you never know, I might just make a full video on your particular question. But that's it. That's basically when you start, you just like ease into it, right? Gas pedal, then the brakes. I hope that clears things up. I'm not going to get too far into anything else. I'm going to try to like really hone in and focus on like singular topics, so I don't like the video doesn't end up 30 minutes long. But you'll find that in dog training, one thing leads into the next. So it's almost like you're forced to talk about multiple things within one concept. But that's what we got for this video. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you guys like the video, I think that helps me as well. I'm really trying to get into this algorithm of the YouTube, and from what I understand, nothing helps more than actually sharing the video. So if there's somebody out there that like you're friends with, and they're also like they're like a dog training enthusiast, and you find any of this information to make practical sense, or you find it to be valuable, share it with a friend. I would really appreciate that. And again, I do have a Patreon page as well in the event that you want to support us any further. I have all the different platforms. It's Team Floppy Ears on TikTok, Team Floppy Ears on Instagram, Team Floppy Ears on Facebook. Give us a shake over there too. That's all I got for this video. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments, or just anything at all. If you want to just make a comment, if you want to like kind of point out that I made this entire video without any pants on, you can do that too. All right, love you guys. Peace.